Kamala Harris voters, I'm going to make you feel good and understand what's really going on. So pay attention, my liberals and leftists. It is August 21st, 2025, and there's a lot to feel good about, believe it or not. Everybody's all negative and alarmist, and I'm like, not. Hi, I'm Darren Monroe. I used to work on Kamala Harris's campaign on the engagement team, and I have 30 years marketing, branding experience. I used to do the marketing for Jay-Z, Eminem, Limp Bizkit, Nelly Furtado, The Roots, and 200 of the most famous people in the world right here in Chicago for the Chicago market, because I worked for Universal, DreamWorks, MCA. I did a whole bunch of stuff, and later on had all of them as iHeartMedia. I had all of them pretty much, most of them as clients, including Sony and Warner Brothers. This is sponsored by my Clarity Group. Get in my group before the price doubles. You can lock in the price right now. Go ahead, click this link in the description, or the link in the homepage. Okay. Now here's the deal. There's a lot of good things happening. Don't let these people lie to you. I'm about to break it down to you, all right? Because they lying to you. They're suffering from diabetes. And I'm going to break it down to you. You're going to feel great after this. The first thing you need to understand is this man lies through his teeth. So does Shady Vance and the rest of their group. And honestly, a good number of his staff are probably going to jail. Good chance going to jail. Why? Because they're breaking laws. Like Elon, when he broke in all of those departments illegally and wouldn't let Congress in. You think that's going to float for the next 4 years? Because 3.5 of those years, only Trump. By the time we get to January 20th, 2029, it's a whole new game. And believe me, it will be Democratic. Now, the question is, will it be Kamala or Newsom? I bet Kamala. I think she's coming out of nowhere, like Jesus and the thief in the night, boom. But hey, I'm all in support of Gavin because he's fighting them off right now, too. Here's the thing I want you to understand that's very good. Now, listen to all the stuff I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you a ton of stuff. This is going to be a minute. So just keep listening. In fact, just lay back and relax. Relax yourself. Peace it. Plan is a Tribe Called Quest say. So let's go. The first thing is he's got a 60% disapproval rating. The second thing is that his current legal score, okay, that means not only temporary injunctions, permanent injunctions, state injunctions, but national injunctions that have happened over the last 30 weeks has left him with a score of 18 wins and 109 losses. 109. You heard that right. 109. So out of 127 cases, 109. And these are temporary injunctions, permanent injunctions, state injunctions, national injunctions, and actual case rulings. The other thing you got to understand is that there are 3 groups fighting for us. I'm just getting the basics out. Wait till I get to the end. Just keep listening. The first thing that's happening is that we have the 23 governors and attorney generals who are the real Democrats, because the Democratic leadership in Congress is waning, as we all know. And they have been part of those wins that you've seen. Even the American Bar Association has sued twice and has already won the first one. Okay? Here's the other thing you need to understand. They've been fighting with us in the courts, and now you see it in the gerrymandering wars. But that's another plus that we have in our war. The gerrymandering wars. It feels good to see people fight. Yes, I know Texas lost, but I told you they were going to lose. It wasn't a loss. It's that they stood together, unlike Democratic Congress, who couldn't vote together in the early stages of the bill and get Chuck Schumer to go over and take 9 other senators, including my senator, Dick Durbin, to vote in the early rounds for it instead of holding things up and holding up the bill, what they should have did. Or when we were trying to get Donald Trump impeached, no, we didn't have the votes, but there was 120 Congress who voted against impeaching the man. Why? Well, we didn't have the votes. Didn't matter. Show up with each other. Even Hakeem Jeffries didn't vote to impeach this man. There's a problem there. We got a problem there. Your $174,000 ain't being earned. Ain't happening. As a group, individual people are doing things, but it's not you. The truth is Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries need to go. We all know it. Let's keep it 100. The other thing that's really, those are the bad things. But the good thing is the Democratic Texas Congress stood together that Gavin Newsom, stay with me here, Gavin Newsom is gerrymandering, We're going to have Maryland gerrymandering right here in Chicago. Shout out to KB Pritzker and Kwame Raoul are gerrymandering. Who else is gerrymandering? We got some more gerrymanders. New York gerrymandering. We're going to have some gerrymandering wars. And even if we lose, the fact that we showed up together, that's why those 23 governors and attorney generals rock. Here's the second group of people. You ready for this? Okay. We got the nonprofits like the ACLU who just won for Planned Parenthood to drop Medicaid and Medicare and save it. We got them suing over for kids for SNAP benefits. We got nonprofits like the NAACP. Yes, they have been doing their jobs on point, suing the crap over everything from DEI to poor representation for even the LGBTQ community, even, people of color, as far as women's rights. They've been suing left and right. They've been in the fight too, y'all. So if you say black folks ain't doing nothing, they are. There's hundreds, literally, of nameless nonprofits, and I don't say enough the NAACP. My apologies, I should. Here's another group that's suing, that's not suing but fighting, and that's indivisible.org. You should join Indivisible. Join Indivisible. They are fighting, and they got scripts where they have us attacking Congress all over the place. They have been doing it. So there's the 23 governors and attorney generals. There is the nonprofits, but then there's a third group, okay? And that is the judicial branch, lower courts. There are 94 districts across 50 states, 677 judges, and not all of them are on Trump's side. How do we know? Because that's why he went to the Supreme Court to kill national injunctions. The injunctions were not just coming from the liberals. They were coming from Reagan, Bush, and yes, even Trump-appointed judges saying this is illegal. And here's the good news behind that. I keep telling you there's good news. 1%, only 1%. I talk about this in my Clarity group. Definitely link in the description and on the homepage. 1% gets into the Supreme Court. So he has 500 plus cases. That means 5 to 6 cases will get in, but not all of them. They can't handle it all. They can't handle the truth. Here's more good news. They're lined up to get their asses whipped in the 2026 election. And I know you think about, what if he's going to take the ballot boxes? Bullshit. Don't let those left alarmists lie to you. They're left alarmists. Take a left alarmist climbing. Fuck them. Here's what I'm telling you. They can't do it because it's in the Constitution that the states determine. And oh, by the way, here's more good news. The red states, am I earning your subscription? The red states, I really should. The red states are telling people, nah. What do I mean by that? In other words, the red states are saying, oh no, federal government, we know we love Trump, we voted Trump, but you're not going to tell us, we're not going to kill mail-in ballots. Do you know how many elderly people lose over mail-in ballots being killed off? And that's not on ironically, that's not on the blue side, that's on the red side. Yeah. No, but the mail-in ballots ain't going to happen. Red states are like, we ain't feeling that. Nope. And the 23 Democratic states, not gonna happen. It's in the Constitution, fool. He can't do that. He gonna try, but we know he's gonna try. That's the good news. Everything coming from him, we know. He's like a hurricane, coming days in advance, in a matter of days. He's advertising everything he's doing, and we know it. The other good news, and you haven't heard me say it, but I'm going to say it because you should have been saying it at this point, is Epstein. He can't get rid of it. He's protecting a whole society. I don't call it the Epstein list. I say the Epstein Society. In my Clarity group, I got a 3-part series talking about the Epstein Society. There is a society he's protecting because it involves his sons. It involves his friends, his family. It's a society. And it is haunting the shit out of his campaign. And no matter what he releases, we don't believe him. Nobody believes him. Oh, this is the list. Yeah, right. Remember earlier this year when he released the JFK files, which happened to be the same JFK files from the first term? Shit. And they've already reported in the news saying, oh, he redacted his name. The FBI I redacted, removed his name from that list. We don't trust it. But we never trusted it. But the great part is that MAGA's like, what the fuck? It gets better. Oh, it gets better. So in addition to everything crumbling, him having a 60% disapproval rate, all of these people fighting him back, him getting in the midst of all of this, and Epstein haunting him, there's a recognition of his manipulative play of narrative warfare. See, in my clarity group, I always have this narrative warfare I talk about. I make you feel 1,000% better. Remove the terror from your heart in that group. Why? Because the idea is, what tricks is he pulling at the end and the beginning of the week? Look at the end of the beginning of the week. He's been traditionally doing it. See, the good news is for the last 30 weeks, we know his play. We know his playbook. We know what he's going to do. And because of that, they're prepared. That's why he is, that's why he's 100, that's why he's 18 and 109 in court cases. Because he keeps the same shit going and losing. Why are you stressing out over this, man? Here's the other thing to understand. It's great you know this from social media, but here's a chance to get in my clarity group. I keep pushing that because it's right now at a deal. It's going to double in price. It's at a deal. Some of you don't understand. You are stressing yourself out and going through cat pictures and blah, 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 instead of really understanding that instead of all of these apps that you have or trying to listen to CNN, MSNBC, they ain't benefiting you. They're alarming you. I'm here arming you with peace. I take you from anger to assessment. I take you from stress to strategy. I take you from chaos to clarity and greater calm through the clarity group to understand what's going on out there, what you can do in your home, what you can do, and right here in the heart, what you can do. There are things you can do. You can fight this back. You're more powerful than you think. That at the very least, earn your subscription. And if this is your first time seeing me, hey, listen, all you got to do is binge watch my content. You want to binge watch my content? Let's go. Binge watch the last 10, 20 programs. You will absolutely love it.